Hi friends, this is plant lover Neil and you are watching Plant Smeller. In today's video, I'll show you an update of the mint propagation video that we did a couple of months ago. Basically, we propagated mint using three methods. That is, number one was using cutting, then we used layering, and finally using runners. So using these three methods, I showed you how to propagate mint. If you did not see that video, you can check that out. I'll provide you the links down in the video description. Also, I'll provide you an I button at the top. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So this is an update after 10 days. You can see the cuttings have developed quite nicely after 10 days. It just took 10 days for the cuttings to root. I have already shifted the cuttings from the original Perlite medium to the final soil medium. And now I have placed them in a humidity dome. This will prevent it from drying out, as well as I'll be placing it in a shaded area. For around 15 days, the cutting will remain in the shaded area. Then after the roots have fully developed, you can then shift it into a normal growing area. Next, let's look at the layering. The propagation that we did using layering, you can see at the bottom of that container, there are roots coming out. And I thought that since there's root development at the bottom, there must be huge root development in the inside of the layered cuttings. But unfortunately, when I removed the cuttings and separated it from the mother plant, I found out that there was a mixed result. Some of the layered plants had got good root system, whereas others did not have any. For those layered mint stems, they did not have any root system. I added it into a perlite growing medium and inside a humidity dome. So basically, I'll be now propagating them using cutting. And for those that had developed root system, I had transferred them into a normal potting soil, and we will keep both of them in a shaded area and with humidity dome. It will again take around 15 days for propagating mint from layering. And the last thing that we did was using runners, and you can see this is the result after 10 days. You cannot see any new growth coming out from the pot, so we'll dig it out and we'll check. So as you can see on digging it out, we can see little bit of new growth is there, but there's not any significant root growth. I think that the reason for that is because of the soil, and I shifted it back into a perlite growing medium so that the runners do not get decomposed and they grow a nice root system and develop shoot. So that was the thinking. Now we'll shift the runners into partial shade and cover it using humidity dome. So we'll now get back to you after 30 days. So this is the update after 30 days. You can see that the best results is from the cuttings, and the second best is the layered plant, and the last was the runners. And in fact, this is the exact opposite order I was thinking of. I was expecting the runners to perform the best, whereas the layered plants the second best and the cuttings the last. But in fact, the order was completely opposite. There must be some reason for that, but anyway, so this is the result that I got. You can see the cutting is ready to be transplanted. In fact, I have already transplanted it. I have transplanted it into my terrace garden. I'll show you that. You can see over here how lush and green this transplanted cutting is looking. This is after 2 months actually, and I have also harvested. You can see there are several cut stems. They have already started to branch up from the place where I had cut it. So it's looking quite well. Now let's look at the layered plants. You can see the layered plants that had developed roots which had shifted in the soil is doing quite well, and the plants that had been shifted in perlite and were still to be rooted are also now rooted vigorously. So we'll now shift this also into the normal potting soil. The plant that I got from layered, I have already given it to my family friend. Now finally, let's look at the runners. So this is the result after 30 days. You can see there is very little new growth. Very tiny stems are emerging from the runners, and we'll now dig it out from the perlite and see what's happening underneath the growing medium. And you can see there are several decomposing parts in the runners, and I don't know why exactly this happened. It could be because of overwatering, or it could be I had buried the runners too deep, so it's having difficulty in emerging. But whatever the reason is, the runners have performed the worst. So I will basically be discarding them because it's been decomposed quite a lot and it will take a lot of time for it to recover. I hope friends you like this video. If yes, smack that like button, share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Plant Smeller. This is Neil signing off. Bye bye.